What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to part 5 of the AT3K revisit. Last you saw, I had made some progress with the turret, and now I've made a little bit more. So this is I believe, what will be the final base turret. This is the one that we are all familiar with to create this guy here. As you can see, the original AT3K is back with the original spacers and such. And this is the turret that will be able to replace that one without much work. The only thing that's missing is the studding. So the original studding that comes with the turret, I was able to remove that and put it into my test turrets, and it worked okay. A couple of issues that I had were that just trying to get it straight all the way around, and because of the plastic, just because it would wear and sometimes it would just grind up the plastic inside, and then it would come loose and this would pop off. So not the best situation for a mod, so I'm looking into finding a replacement studding or stud or something that can fit in its place for this. So basically you'll just remove the whole turret out. You can have that there to put it back in to make it completely stock if you want, but then this will have its own that you can use. Obviously this has the different spacers that I had designed up for it as well. The other thing that I want to do to this is I want to tweak this just a little bit more, because the barrels that I found here are a little bit smaller in diameter than these barrels that I have for this guy. So I believe the inner diameter for these are a little bit smaller all the way around. So I had to adjust the turret, but overall the barrels work great. But I do want to just make a couple of tweaks to this. But other than that, this thing is ready to go. So we've got that, and then this is the guy that I've been working on. As you can see, I've got here, this is I believe a 5-inch or a 6-inch screw that I'm using as the studding just to test. And overall, you can see it's obviously a lot longer in size, and I'm really proud of this guy. I had took a lot of thought and designing and prototyping to come up with this. There is still some work that I need to do to get this to be able to fit inside the blaster. Once I was able to see it inside and test it out, there are definitely a couple issues I need to figure out. Especially with loading, with the placement of the turret, just to make sure it doesn't kind of wobble back and forth in place, indexing, and especially now that I'm not using the original studding, I've had to come up with some other ideas that I need to work out. But let me show you some close-ups of this just so you can see what this is. So this turret, or this barrel system, I think is pretty unique in that you can see there are windows in each of the barrels, because this will basically open up for a loading slot for each of the turrets, and then you'll be able to close it back in, and you can actually also be able to see if the barrel is loaded. So you'll be able to open this up, drop in a dart, and then just close it up. As you can see, the dart kind of poops out the back a little bit, and so that is one of the issues where this will probably need another plate, because in the AT3K there are a couple of open spots where that could happen that doesn't have a backing plate or something behind it. But as you can see, the darts are loaded in there. You'll be able to close it up. So overall, really cool. Obviously, this will also have a spacer in front there. So yeah, so this has been fun, a little frustrating to work on. There were some issues that I was able to talk with some people about, just to kind of, just obviously when you're designing something, it's nice to be able to bounce ideas off people. And there were a couple of guys that I were able to talk with and just bounce ideas. They gave me some great suggestions, some that I've incorporated into this. And so this proof of concept is pretty awesome. And I was able to put this into an AT3K and just, basically just hold it in there and test it out. And it got really good ranges. So, but once I get this settled, it'll be nice to be able to open up a stock AT3K and just figure out what all the steps are in order to use this and get something that performs hopefully as good as this without all the crazy work that you would have to do normally. But this has been a really fun challenge for me to figure out. This loading is been so much fun to try to figure out the mechanics of it, the functionality of it, and I'm hopeful that I can get this working really soon. So this is the progress that I've made on the turret, and I'm really excited for where I've gotten so far. I'm excited to get this finished, and especially with the barrels that I found, that they work really well. I'm bummed and a little frustrated that I can't find the exact diameter and petchy pipes or barrels that we had from before, but it is what it is, and these are what I found. So I am excited to be able to get this finalized, put into some AT3Ks, and field test them just so I can see and make sure that the design works and that it will be war ready and compatible. But that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you are following along with this project. I know it's been taking a while, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. We'll see you later.